It is Christmas, ain't it?
Definitely, my man. Definitely.
How you doing?
No, I'm good. How are you?
I'm all good, man. Haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, man. Good to be here. Good to be here, bro.
Yeah. Guys, it is what it is. Apparently, well, it definitely is the last episode of the year. Season 2, episode 19, the Slyso TV podcast. Different scenario altogether. Just for a little bit of Christmas cheer, we might have Santa Claus or whatever you call him, like waltzing through, bringing a shot of thank you, sir. This thing really appreciate us. This is what we're talking about. Christmas coming just before, Christmas is popping.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let me grab my water so you can toast this, man.
Toast.
Yeah. Yeah. Campscapes.
Yes, man.
You guys have been busy.
Yeah, we've been busy. I think the last time I came on the show was around August, and I was saying to you at the time that, our business is seasonal.
Yeah.
So summer has really brought a lot of cheer, and we've been busy. We've been busy.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's dope. It's two pronged whenever we sit. It's both Campscapes, the adventures and and then the camping experience and events that you do, but it's also the business, because where we're sitting at and what we try to go after and promote as the Slyso TV podcast are like startups. It's like people who are starting. It doesn't matter what you're doing. And we started at the same time. I remember you went from 8, 4 tents.
Looks like
some crazy like that.
The journey has been something else, because we really started with one tent. And that was my wife's tent. And to move.
You guys didn't have
we started with one tent
Mm.
in August 2024.
Yeah.
We had pretty much all the equipment that we used last year for our Women's Day camp.
You can go get closer, chow the microphone, whichever one you choose, brother.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then and then what we realized was the fact that regardless of the number of tents you have, you can always start small, because ultimately at the end of the day, you are a small business. So what we then realized was the fact that a lot of people appreciate what we're doing. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But what we then also learned from that first camp was that it's very important in the first couple of years to reinvest in the business. So all our profits, they went back into the business. All our sweat, our hard work, it had to go back there, because ultimately, as a small business, you have to always tell yourself that you are not where you want to be, and you have not grown. So what you then want to do is you want to make sure that this business that you're starting, it actually has some legs and it has some assets, which you can then obviously reinvest to make sure that the business survives, number one, and then secondly, that it thrives.
Yeah. No, that's great, man. You just did, and guys, I missed out Malutsanyana this year. I froze my ass off last year. First night and all. But you guys went back. How was the experience this time around?
Look, things changed. What we appreciated about this year was the fact that it showed us that as a business we're growing. Because firstly, one of the things that happened was last year we went there with 8 tents. A lot of them borrowed,
Yeah.
but this year we were able to actually pitch
They were
6.
hired, nigga, because you have to stress that like you
Yeah,
spend money.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's like me going into a gig and then I'm short of 2 mics. I have to go hire those. So
yeah.
it's an expense that's coming out of the business. When you say borrow, it's like I'm fit to go in.
No, most definitely, most definitely. So
Yeah.
so this year, moving from 8 to 16 tents, for us, it was a sign that we're growing. It was a sign that at least we know what we're doing,
Yeah.
and it was also a sign that, look, in as much as you can never get everything right when you're camping, because
In
camping
business
buys
at large.
and in business at large. I
Yeah.
mean, we know that a lot of the people would have issues maybe with my bed is flat, or what time are we going to eat.
Yeah.
But those are the kind of things that we've learned over time, that if you want to impress and make sure that your customers are happy, you need to make sure that you treat them as the ultimate.
Yeah.
Because ultimately what we want to do is we want to make sure that your camping experience with us.
It's like we were talking about, you were sharing about the guy who was asking you, one of your clients. I was like, bruh, you've been wearing the same clothes for 3 days. Like, what's going on? I was like, if you're going there to provide a service, if I'm going to provide sound, who cares if I'm wearing like Nike Air Jordans today and I'm wearing like thingies today? So have your clients had breakfast? Do they have activity? Are they going on a hike? Do they have allergies? Do they, like all of these things that go into it? So you sort of like put yourself, in the backseat.
So it's one of the strangest things that, when you're going on a camp, you want to make sure that you've got Imodium for those ones that have runny tummies.
Yeah, Imodium is like the opposite of Elaxa. Yeah, that's the opposite of Elaxa. Ziyakhulula. Le pilisi yona ayikhululi.
Yakbam man. So
those tiny little things.
You have to make sure look, you've got Imodium, you've got headache tablets, because our bandaba bavuka benepapalaza. So you have to make sure you've got hangover cures, and that your breakfast as well needs to be a hangover cure in itself. In itself, when it's Slyso. So coming to Maletsunyane for the second year as a service provider, we knew that we're not going to make the same mistakes that we made on the first occasion.
No, for sure.
We knew that power was going to be an issue because there's no electricity there. So we had to invest in.
And it was raining this time around, so your solar doesn't mean shit.
So solar meant nothing. Yeah. Solar meant nothing. So we had to make sure that we actually know how are we going to power everybody who is camping here with us, and how are we going to make sure that in the event that there's no sunlight, how are we going to
do that? So you have to make sure that like you have those things prepped. Man. And I remember coming through, it was like almost like 3 weeks. Like how much time do you need like to plan? Like to get your stuff cleaned, your stuff like thingy. Just briefly.
Look, I think for us, and I can't speak for other companies.
For other people,
businesses are different, but we're trying to make sure that our customers get the ultimate service that they want that they need. So for us, it takes no less than a month for us to prepare. Because we need to make sure that we know how many beds do we need, how many mattresses do we need? How much linen do we need? How much firewood do we need? How much power are we gonna use? So it varies.
How many dozens of eggs do you
How many
need?
dozens of eggs do we need? Those kind of things. But all those things come with experience, and ultimately, at the end of the day, I think we have been fortunate and blessed
Yeah.
that we've had repeat customers as well.
Mm.
Customers who come back to us and say that I like what you guys did last year, so I'm gonna bring a few of my friends this
your
year.
friends. I remember there's one guy who was there last
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. Silo.
Usilo,
Yeah.
and then this year he brought two of his friends.
100%. So what you want is, if you're hosting people, you want to make sure that you go all out. If I have to sleep on the floor, which I've done many times,
because you have to give up your
if I have to give up my bed for my customer, that's obviously what I have to do, because ultimately I'm trying to host a person, and I'm trying to make sure as well that this person makes sure that I am willing to take off my jacket in order for them to be warm. So ultimately that's what we're all about.
Sliding out of Malutsanyane,
man.
Coming to the 31st until the 2nd, or 31st of December until the 2nd of January 2026, Sunyaka, Harties, and it actually, I think it takes it back to where Campscapes started, which is where the first camp was. Dope as fuck as always.
Sure.
But this time around, you also doing that. Before you answer, I just wanna to people that are out there, because I'm seeing essay Tumtandazo Novogoza. What is the song Mdaka Booty? Happy Christmas. Also Cape Town, Ikaya Lipa, Ngalin, Kunomadolo. Yeah, feels like I'm on radio. But thank you so much, SA2. So if you are watching as well, you want to send a Christmas message to somebody, hey, get on the comment section. Or even if you want to comment about, what we are talking about. There's a question you want to ask about the startup business that you are doing, because I think this is what's crazy about this episode as well, is that people will end it off on fun things, but I'm sitting this entire episode is almost like dedicated to startup businesses in the middle of December, where people should be taking a break, but here we are talking business. So if you have questions, anything around business, you can just drop it in the comments as well. But also if you want to send a message to your family or something like that, please put it in the comments in the bottom there,
and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, subscribe to the damn channel. Follow, like anytime you don't forget to. It's like you're being given instruction, and understanding the nature of people. When you are being instructive, you tend to meet some level of resistance. It's like, why must you thinking? And sometimes I watch some podcasts and some videos, right in the middle of what's interesting, and the person's like, don't forget to subscribe. Fuck you, I don't care if you don't subscribe. Just if you don't press like, just subscribe. Yeah, the like I don't care about, like the subscribe, because we need those numbers. But anyway,
man. If I can come in there when I Slyso,
you need to tell this mic, bro, like it's very low, so you need to bring it like a little bit closer.
A little bit closer to
Brandy. Brandy.
So what I'd like to say is, firstly, thank you to the Slyso TV podcast for giving opportunities to people like myself and other small businesses, in terms of which we can come in, tell you, and also maybe inspire people out there. Those people who thought to what is it that I can do? To actually improve myself, or to actually be somebody that can be reckoned with. And in as much as we are a small business, we're growing, and ultimately at the end of the day, it's thanks to people like you who are putting us on the map. So yeah, please keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not only for our business but for other small businesses, and we really do appreciate this because for us it's one of those things whereby we can actually come on to your show and say, Slyso, this is where we are. Last year we were at this point.
Yeah.
Just like I don't know if it's Itrombis, but Java, but Palabanga. Go Sebengak. Manje Sebengak.
Yeah.
So
and I think that speaks to it takes a village, because I think every entrepreneur goes into business saying, this is my baby. You know, that's where that comes from. Like, this is my baby. You nurture this thing. You take care of this thing, you know, like in all of these things. And one thing, one of those proverbs is like, it takes a village, right? So us being here, it takes a village to grow Campscapes. It also takes a village to raise the Slyso TV podcast. So it's a community, you know, based kind of approach to business, which is I think someone said this. It's like they've stressed. I watch a lot of podcasts and videos as well, you know, that are like this, that share a little bit of like knowledge with other people. I've lost that thought now, so we can
no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about
look. But yeah, you guys have Harties coming up.
Yeah, look, we're quite excited. It's our second crossover camp.
Yeah.
Last year the crossover was crazy, fireworks, everything else. And the nice thing about it is that there's no time limit. In Harties, if you want to sleep at 5, you sleep at 5. If you want to sleep at 4, you sleep at 4. If you want to play loud music, you play loud music.
I'm just thinking, how am I gonna survive? Like, I'm an energizer bunny, guys. Like I don't know. Like once I start, I don't stop. You know.
No, 100%. So I think with this one, what we want to do is we want to make sure that, because we are deprived of water in the Gauteng province, we want to make sure that the closest big geyser. We want to make sure that, you know, the boats are working.
Yeah.
So we can do a nice boat cruise.
Which is always awesome, guys. You want to experience the boat cruises, even if you don't wake up and go on a hike because you slept at 7 o'clock.
So we're offering the usual. There's hiking, there's karaoke for abo baziva bebawulucula yeah, no, most deaf. So if you want to come and sing, if you want to hike, if you want to have a boat cruise, if you want to, you know, play board games, there's so many things to do.
Yeah, 30 seconds, and the blogs, Indology, guys, like, you now are being played by people like say old age home. So you might not have them. Take 2.
Yeah. So
the board games is boat crew, the boat cruises, and the fact that you book with Campscapes, that means that you are not worried. You just get there with your luggage, you chuck it in your tent, and you go out to do activities. When you come back for dinner, you know, because
so what we're offering is we're offering breakfast, we're offering lunch, and we're offering supper.
That's 3 meals a day.
3 meals a day on all the days that you're there. And ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, hook up with us on Campscapes. You can find us on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, you can call me 084-975-9908, or you can call Ukulu on 074-283-8004. And look, we look forward to hosting you. That's our thing. So we really do look forward to hosting you.
Look, I'm gonna have fun, and I think like as part of what we said in our previous episodes, it's like we were more on the mental mental side of things, like the psychological thing. And it came from watching, when I'm being the video, and I'm repeating this, the guy in Cape Town who jumped in front of a train. He died on his way to the hospital. And then on the R300, if you know Cape Town, it's one of the busiest highways. On your way out to join, I think, the N2 towards oh gosh, I forget, Strand and all of those places. When you're leaving Cape Town, it's one of the busiest roads. And there was a guy who was sitting right in the middle of the road, and and the person says, like, like type of thing. So people are going through a lot. And in most cases, abanye bantu, like, you're supposed to be going home as lalini. And all of that, but it wasn't a good year. Like, if we are being honest, and we have to be honest with ourselves, is that, like, the economy to South Africa is not where we're supposed to be, and it's not being felt by only the working class. It's felt by everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, umzekelo, like, okay, matlala babanjiwe ngoku, so I can imagine there are probably like fucking 8 ice boys who are going to have a bleak Christmas. No, but
yeah, no, I feel you. No, I feel
just do, like, explore. It's one of the things, like, when I came to GP, and I was like, where am I gonna have fun here? There's no ocean and stuff. But, like, you can take an hour drive to a Harties, from wherever you are, and have fun, or book yourself in there and do whatever activity. And Campscapes is here to say, do something totally different. And it's introducing, like, glamping, to the black market. And we've had a lot of people that actually speak highly of it. And we definitely look forward to a couple of days time. Like, it's like, how many? It's like 2 weeks. Right?
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks and that's it. Yeah, man.
On a closing note from our side, we've completely learned to adopt and also be grateful for what we have. You've mentioned the economy and how it is. All that you can do as a business person is to try and make sure that you use the resources at your disposal to the best of your ability.
Oh, for sure.
And make sure that those resources that you have, you are able to at least plow them as much and gain as much value. Kwakudla ngothiwa singamabhako. Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
Because ukwazi nobana la 50 rand unayo ufuna uyenza.
You want to stretch it.
You want to stretch it. You want to stretch it. So ultimately, I think at the end of the day, having partners like yourselves who continuously support us, it's given us a lot of encouragement. It's given us a huge boost in our business, and we're very grateful to be here, and also to actually also say what our business is growing. So growing the business is something that is going to continue. We're still a year down the line.
Yeah.
A lot still needs to happen. A lot needs to happen.
But when you look at, like, like those tiny achievements, and I think we were having this conversation the other day, the importance, and I think, like, we might be having this conversation, but at the end of the day, we just hope and excuse me, a true reflection of how you grow a business, where you were saying, hey, Shimshana, we made a profit, but we have to take that profit back and put it in the business. It's not you who's gonna say in the banner, like, I've got a little bit of dough, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna, like, thingy, and now you are struggling for money to buy a generator. So you put your money back into the business, and I think that's what's important if you're an entrepreneur. Something to look at. These microphones, it's me sacrificing 10,000 rand to make sure that I've got this microphone. I could have taken that money and spent it on, like, whatever. So that becomes a lesson for you if you're an entrepreneur, and to have people like you that actually do that as well, to prove that that's how you grow a business. I think it's testimony.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah.
And look, as you rightly say, once you're in, failure should not be an option. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And secondly, you always need to tell yourself that I'm going to do this regardless of the obstacles that are in front of me.
Mm.
And thirdly, just believe in yourself. I mean, ultimately, pray if you have to,
Yeah.
like
Hallelujah.
I do. And you know what? If you believe in what you're doing, I think there are
Yeah.
opportunities out there.
Yeah. I think
Let's not always try and look for umsebenzi as in uba uqeshwe ngumlungu.
yeah. Yeah. I think I'm at 2000 was showing us that because those guys are not trying to get employed for shit. They are starting their own things. They are getting on, working on online. They do a job now. They do like they call them gigs.
Yeah.
So you wake up and you do a gig from 8 o'clock until 12 midday. After 12 midday, you're doing something else. You know, like I think that's where the approach should be. And I think even as far as age is concerned, we fall within the so-called missing middle. You know what I mean?
Or born before technology.
Born before technology. But the craziest thing about it, like in closing, when I'm all, is that when you look at it, we the generation that has seen the biggest change in technology.
Yeah.
To think coming from for an example, like in my sphere, like in the media and music space, we went from vinyls, to tapes.
City.
It was
TDK.
tapes, it was TDK, it was CDs, and then it went from CDs to MP3s, floppy disks, to we've seen like this past century has seen like the craziest growth. And the thing about being exposed to such things is that you don't know what to grab and what to like thingy, and education becomes important, and I think lastly, like when you talk about education, we're not talking go get a doctorate, go get a degree that you are not going to use just for you to you are ungugqirha, you're a doctor of theology, like bangabe bafundisa abakhoyo, you know what I mean? Do something that is actually going to assist you. And we keep talking about this. You put me onto Udemy, and what it's done for me is freaking amazing, and those are short courses because they are skills based. And speaking of skills, it's part of what we're going to be talking about with our next sister company that we're going to be talking to now. They are called Artisan Connector. It's basically like an electrician, a plumber, like the Uber of plumbing, the Uber of like thingies. But we've got to see who's gonna come and explain all of that. Mawawa, I just wanna say thank you so much, man. We definitely are doing the 31st, right?
31st.
Yeah. 31st until the 2nd. So I hope we have a ball out in we definitely are going to have a ball now, forget. Like, yeah, we are in Harties, like 45 minutes from where we live. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Slyso. I really do appreciate all of these moments, and yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. No, thank you, Minga.
Sure.
Merry Christmas. Nigga, shit, you're gonna have to get me another drink. What the hell are they doing on my shit? I'm just saying, guys. No, I'm kidding. They just flew out. Well, you can slide out. Don't worry. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna see your matchsticks. What do you call it? What do they call them? Broomsticks. Guys, it's a totally. We just felt let's get out of the studio. Let's just do something different. And as we were saying, like we are out here chilling with entrepreneurs, like with startup businesses, We should be just having a jaw, like, you know, like drink after drink and all of that. But we also understand ukubaluleka kwento kubana, like, umuntu makabe nomsebenzi, you know. A person must hustle to get somewhere. Now, hopefully, we will get to speak to Unathi Binqose, who is the spokesperson for the Eastern Cape Department of Transport. So we've seen some very crazy accidents. And guys, I don't know how much I can stress it to you. Do not drive while you are under the influence of alcohol. It doesn't help you at all. It doesn't help anybody, you know, to do that. Take an Uber. Make sure that you go to a place. Nobody's putting a sleeping bag, you know. Ulale a sleeping bag, kwachomi yakho, uvuke alright, and then you drive the following day, you know. So we're stressing a whole lot of stuff. So you can come through, my brother. Like, it's a Christmas episode. So as we said, guys, we're talking to our next guest. Like, we are talking entrepreneurship. I said it's the middle of December. People are out there having fun, but here we are being all serious, trying to talk about job creation, trying to talk about entrepreneurship, trying to talk about like all of these things. You can bring it as close as possible to you, bro. So yeah, guys, our next guest. I think the last conversation, and we probably don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. Or should we
go there?
Yeah. I think the first time we had an interview, we were talking about a startup that was looking to legitimize au pairing. Would it be au pairing when you work in another country?
Graduates going to teach in China.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Creating jobs for graduates who are sitting at home doing nothing. It was an opportunity for them to go and teach in China.
And what I like about it, and it's a question that was asked earlier on in another interview.
Yes.
That like, what about umdu onesandla salendo, like where it's a natural gift? It doesn't work that way. So throughout your business, you've always prioritized you getting qualified.
Yes.
Have some level of, because the last time it was graduates.
Yes.
It wasn't just taking anybody
to go in. I've got matric, I want to go teach in China. No, you don't qualify.
You have to have, paper. Yeah.
So yeah.
Caesar, Black, I won't mention other names. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
How you doing, brother?
Pillar, brother. I'm good. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Even if I do complain, nobody listens.
Nobody listens, bro.
So you must just carry on.
Especially around about this time of the year.
Any time of the year.
Ain't nobody
anytime.
Like, sharp, bro. No.
The grand.
The grand.
Yeah, so the grand, no issues. Always good.
You like starting up things, like your passion for business. Like, where does it come from?
I think it comes from my grandfather. Yeah, he was a businessman. He was a tycoon. So I think naturally, when I look at things, I look at them differently than anybody else looking at them.
Yeah.
So I like where there's chaos, because chaos, there's opportunities. Yeah. So right now in South Africa, it's chaotic with unemployment. I'm not going to complain about unemployment. I must just figure out, how do I become part of the solution?
Yeah. I always say, something I came across as well, especially like in the digital age, and like people was like, yeah, there's so much information that's coming now, and especially for our generation, and probably in my 1K or 2K. No, not my 2K, 1K and just my K. I think we fall under K. But it was a whole thing, because we used to go to the library to get information. Excuse me. You transport, you don't need to go get, like, for an assignment that you're doing. Now with the emergence of internet, there's so much information. There's information overload. People don't even understand it. But they are stressing not because they're dumb or they are stuck or they're suffering from whatever. It is you are being overwhelmed. You are suffering from anxiety. And someone said from a business perspective, the people that are going to make money are people that are going to curate the information. So now I know if I'm looking for a podcast that talks about current affairs and that talks about mental health, that talks about entrepreneurship, I'm going to go to the Slyso TV podcast. So we decided to curate our own way. And I believe that's what you talking about, like in the middle of chaos, like you the one who says, okay, what's the best solution for this? And now you've got a new solution.
Look, Slyso, to be honest with you, for me, I always say, if I had the opportunity to travel when I was 18 years old and travel the world, I don't think you'd know me right now.
No, for sure.
Be very far in life because
you be out there with Cubans and like
that's the best education in life, because wherever you go, things are done differently, and you must figure out how you fit in the way things are done.
Yeah.
And then coming back to South Africa, we're miles away behind what's happening in the real world.
In the world.
So if you have traveled to the real world and see what things are happening, and you've tried to understand, okay, now how can I bring this back to my country? How can I bring this back to Africa?
You do it all the time, yeah?
How can I bring this back to Africa? Africa, it's time for Africa now. You understand? So the travels, it's been like you are stealing with your eyes, and you've got a hard drive here to say, okay, let me put it here, let me put you put inside sevens when I come back to Africa, because Africa is a fortress right now.
And quite often, man, like we take fault with other people. We're like, yeah, why are they here? Why are they thinking? They saw an opportunity, and that's how it happens. And now you are often, I mean, like, you're always traveling, and like what you are busy with now, your latest startup, has to do with, once again, making sure that you get people that are qualified for what they want to do. And it's something that you look at, like, that a lot of people like take for granted. And I always make a mistake. I'm gonna try and be fast with this, because we've looked at, like, white people during apartheid, right? Their kids are gonna go to school, and they're gonna, I think, from standard 8, they are technical college, because they're gonna become a plumber, they're gonna become an electrician, and those people make probably double the money that is made by doctors who spend a lot of time because to and stuff. So, like, I just want to understand, like, the thinking behind Artisan connector.
Look, Slyso, you have to acquire skill, and you will never be hungry. I keep wondering, Oguchi, when the government changed hands from apartheid to the now called democratic country, why did the government go away with technical schools? That was the biggest mistake ever. Because at Nandia Kumbula, I remember, you either had to take business studies.
Thingy, by the way.
Yeah. When you get to high school, you either have to take business studies or technical subjects, right? And I can tell you right now, the guys that took the technical subjects, they are still employed. They don't worry about who is going to employ me, because they've got the skill.
They are employers.
Do you understand? So now you are filling up the industry with these degrees that don't mean anything. You must go out there and put your CV in and ask for employment. Whereas Gandhi apha bufundiswa iskill ukuthi no, ayindawo lento. The country is developing, it will always be developing.
We are an industrial country.
We are an industrial country.
That's where
we are in industrial continent. You understand? There's so much that still needs to be done.
Who's working these minerals? And we keep complaining about the fact that, like, we keep taking them to China, blah blah blah, Italy, the US, and then they come back all polished and stuff. Why are we not, like, getting artisans that are going to, make sure that they clean the stuff and we
So
export.
yeah.
Iphelele.
So you can see right now, I mean, industrial suburbs, even Lappa Joburg, you will see that Edenvale, there's a mechanic
Yeah.
on every side of the road. And every business that has a mechanic, the cars are full there waiting to be mechanicked, which means abazophela kumsebenzi aba.
No ways, bro.
You understand that there are properties developing left, right, and center. Electrical work, plumbing work, those things must happen. Carpentry work. Akuzophela msebenzi as long as sisakha. So why would you now ezikolweni uyisuse lonto leyo as a subject but ayinamsebenzi susani land for what good reason? But sahle kumalema apha kuthiwa une-woodwork.
Right?
But ngobani abenza amakhitshi ngo?
I did woodwork.
Ngobani abenza inanzeka indlu yakho, it needs that.
And it's very odd, like nowadays, like you come, you the man of the house, and you know, there's something someone said to me. It was something like, it was a relative that had visited, and I was like, Sukwin, une toolbox.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is one thing that I always, when I visit people's men's homes and stuff, when I see in the Banakuki toolbox, and I'm like, there's a lot of value in that person.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of realization in terms of like a skill or like I can do it. Nowadays we just call, and now I think that's our primary target market.
Yeah.
With the business, what problem is it is Artisan connector trying to solve? Like, because I think like with business, you go into business because you're solving problems.
So let's first identify what Artisan Connector is. Artisan Connector is an on-demand platform that solves a problem of artisans looking for work, secured work, and proper payment. That also solves a problem for people that are looking for artisans to say, hey, I'm not asking Upraba, I need to come fix my thing. I can actually get on a platform where I can find a qualified, vetted, and background checked artisan to say, oh, yeah, please come and do this. And I don't just only do that, I know the payment is secured because the money stays in escrow until the job is done. And then once the job is done, I'm satisfied, then I can say, okay, I'm satisfied. And the money leaves and goes to the artisan. So we are creating an informal market and making it a formal market. That is
Those
safe.
guys all Puma from I don't want to mention like from hardware stores. They're sitting next to the thingy. Some of them are holding out papers to say that I'm qualified for this. So now you are actually.
So that guy, I would take his details and I would put him through the system to vet him. If he goes through the vetting system and he qualifies, is vetted, then we can put him on the platform to say, instead of you holding your placard to say you are qualified, you actually appear on the app with your rates. When I look for you, I find you, and then you come. We understand?
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's what we are doing, because it's difficult even for businesses and for homeowners to say, hey, Joe, denze ibhohole apha last week yabo ibisebenza but ayisasebenzi ngoku, and laa mntu akasayiphenduli ifowuni yam because laa msebenzi bewenza usubstandard. Kanti lo mntu if utraceable yamfumana apha Artisan Connector, I don't think they would risk not picking up their phone knowing that they're getting umsebenzi wabo through this platform.
And they are on this platform.
So they will make sure ukuthi I do good work. If I don't do good work, I come back and I fix it. If I don't come back and fix it, then the client does not have to pay me.
And obviously there are ratings.
There are ratings there. So why would you want to risk your rating for one job where you know you can make so much more money? Because it's going to be disruptive, but we're going to have to adapt to how disruptive it is. Because if I give you the sums of simplicity, as a plumber, you are employed by a boss, and the boss is getting all the jobs and he just sends you out there. You do 5 jobs a day, but the salary yako is not equivalent to 5 jobs a day on a monthly scale. It's equivalent to, it's 20,000 a month, and that's what you get. You know very well that For every job that I do, I could make 2,500 if I'm changing geysers. If I'm changing 4 geysers a day, I'm making 10,000 a day.
And all of that
Comes to me.
is coming to me.
I run my own schedule. I set my own prices. I go at whenever I'm available. You times that 10,000 by 4 weeks, that's 40,000 to you. You are now a business.
And you don't have to do anything.
You just have to
in fact, you no longer have to hold out that piece of paper saying that, like,
you no longer have to take orders from your boss.
Santa Claus!
First and foremost.
Thank you, Santa.
Yeah. You no longer have to take orders from your boss.
Santa, may I have a drink, please? We're gonna reveal Santa at the end of the episode, guys.
So the ones that understand it will get on it very quickly. And it's levels as well. When I say it's levels, as a business, you can get on it too. You are managing multiple properties, you can get on it. You are managing corporate.
So contractors don't have to, like, go pick up a guy, Alex and thingy. They can just get onto. So it's not just for individuals.
So in the back end with the APIs, running your financials, knowing what your businesses did in terms of maintenance, it's all done in one place.
Okay.
No one is invoicing fake invoices for jobs that have not been done. As a business owner now, you are saving money because there's before and after pictures of what has been done. So you are able to audit that. Okay, we paid here this much, but where's the before and after pictures? What were you paying for? Because there's a lot of ways how, unfortunately, the procurement managers or the maintenance managers, they will try and siphon money out of the company because they don't have any vested interest in the company. It's called stealing.
I remember we had an issue with the geyser at home. Oh shit! Like, I'm gonna be exposing, like, the fucking caretaker now. Sorry, nigga. But it was one of those that, like, the board of trustees, I mean, like, there's an insurance for you to have the checks and everything, like, done, and you end up not doing it through the board of trustees system, because they have an insurance company that actually will fix if there's anything wrong.
Right.
So now you call me and you recommend somebody that I must pay. Whereas you pay rates and taxes all the time for your property, but you still have to pay extra for that while it's provided for. So I understand what you're saying, that, like, people will come up with invoices with no befores and afters and such.
We will be working with insurance companies as well, and also to assist and help them to streamline everything, because ultimately, they have to speak to somebody and tell somebody, please go there and do this and that.
Do it now.
But now, as an insurance company, you have a code, and whoever is insured with you, you say, just use this app. We will know in our backend what you are doing.
Great.
And all is sorted.
Great. Now artisans are like, ding, 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 ding. How do I get into this?
So it's funny enough that we know what artisans are. Not everybody know what artisans are. So I like to have to explain artisans. There are people that work with their hands, qualified people that work with their hands. So
practical is called, you used to call it.
Need qualifications, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, fit and turners, boiler makers, welders, mechanics. So HVAC, there's a whole group of them. And the beauty about it in South Africa, there's a board that registers all of them. So for us to do the background checks and to verify the certificates, it's not going to be a train smash because it's there, the board is there. So if you are qualified, you're going to appear there.
You're going to appear
Unfortunately, if your certificate does not appear there, we cannot help.
Psycha, if you're an accountant.
You understand? So that's the beauty of it as well.
Mm.
We're not just saying they are vetted and so forth. They actually are.
That's great, man.
So, what was your question again?
I forgot as well. I'm sure they got they got the answer, because what we were looking at is like, as an artisan, like how do I tap into this? I went to a college. I got my N6. I think the last time. I think probably things have changed from last time I was in school. Because N6 was like
things have drastically changed. You and us, like, so
yeah.
They are now
who qualified.
They are now specialized artisan schools without the ends, but they are accredited with the what is it? The High Department of Education, CETAs and whatevers and whatevers. So I can have an artisan school that just specializes in plumbers, and I'm registered. Therefore, if you get your qualifications through me, you will also be on that registry. So it's easy to find out if you are or not. So gone are the days where you have to do N1 to N whatever, but it's still there. It's still there.
Yeah.
Just that people don't have the information. So you understand? They don't have the information. So now
for you to specialize,
yes,
you're gonna sit there almost like, when you get to a grade where you have to choose or to major. But then, now you say this is what I want, and this is what I'm doing.
When it comes to electrical, then there's different grades of electrical. High voltage, there's light current. You understand. You understand because you've been through that path. So
I did light current.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to get shocked on some fucking pole.
And then there are guys who are going to sit at home and say, "But I'm gifted. I know how to do this thing." Great for you, but unfortunately, the platform is not for you. Because the platform is there for protection for you as an artisan and for you as a customer.
That's great, man. Like I'm blown away. Like I'm sure I talk a lot. So sometimes if I get stuck, you must know that I'm like, what? As a homeowner, do I need to register? How does it work?
Absolutely.
Because we were talking about it being like the Uber of artisans, of like fixing your home.
And the Uber and the Bolts and the whatever, I don't like to compare ourselves with them, because
for sure
I have to specify that as an artisan, you are not employed by Artisan Connector. You've employed yourself. You understand? Meaning that you can set your own rates and you can accept or decline the work that comes to you.
I think that's one other thing that you said is, no matter, like, if I'm here, I'm not gonna mention location, and I'm like, yo, burst pipe, what am I going to do? You get on the app. It's almost like it finds you the closest one.
Yes.
And that person comes with rates zake and their specialities as well.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, cool. You might be closer, but your rate is high. There's another one. If you are on a budget,
your rate is high. Your rating is not the one I want.
Views,
you're on 3.9. I'm looking for a 4.9. So you can choose, because obviously 4.9 understands what they are doing.
Of course.
And not just anybody is going to rate them 4.9. And that's who you want to work with.
And that's taken on an average as well.
You understand? It's taken on average how many jobs they've done, and so you can see that history as well. And you're gonna choose that one. Now with them also, they're gonna look at what you are sending in before pictures, and they're gonna see. They might want to accept or they might want to decline. If they accept, they come in. If they decline, they're not coming. And when they come, you can see them on the app as they're coming, and how long it's gonna take them to come in.
Crazy, man. So if the dude is like 5, he said he's 5 kilometers away. So I know that's how long
it's gonna take
for him. And I see him coming through, open the gate, point them at the job. He does the assessment. He tells me what I'm going to need and how much it's going to cost.
He sends it to you. It's going to cost 2.5.
Yeah.
You receive it on your side and you say, I accept 2.5. It takes 2.5 from your account and it puts it in escrow.
So it's in a,
So
it's being held up
yes.
until the job is
So
done.
now the artisan is confident and happy that we're not going to be arguing about payments. Let me just do my job. Once he's done his job, he shows the before and after pictures. You are happy, and you say you are happy. The money gets released. It goes to the artisan, and so he goes again. He makes himself available on the app for the next job.
That is crazy. So how do people like get in touch with Artisan Connector, and like and at what level as well? Because for a lot of people it's gonna be like, yeah, no, you like it's a specific job. You register yourself so that you become a part of it. Whether there's social media platforms or a website where people can go.
We are at the stage right now where we are onboarding artisans. So if you go on our landing page, www.artisanconnector.com, there's even a WhatsApp link where you can chat to us or talk to us. There is a form there for artisans to fill out the form to say what kind of artisan they are. There is a form there for households to fill in or businesses to fill in to say who they are, what businesses they own, and how big of a business they own. You understand? And then from there on, we will then contact everybody individually to try to onboard them to the system. We are launching towards the end of February where the app is going to be available. So when they go onto our landing page, they will see there's also a time clock that is counting down to our launch.
Like I think you guys like will see it
yes.
on the screen.
So
trusted, verified artisans join the first wave. So you are seeing it there on
and the incentive for the founding artisans is that they're going to get incentives in terms of their first 3 or 5 jobs. There's no commission being paid for referrals that actually get to be artisans and get paying jobs. They're getting 300 Rand per referral that they put in. So we're at that stage where we are incentivizing the founding artisans, which they will have.
And I think it's also a system, like a way for them to understand how it works.
And they will have a badge of a lifetime to say they were the founding artisans. And that is going to come with a lot of incentives as the platform is getting, traction and getting older and so forth.
I'm trying to load some of these images that I got earlier on, like from the website, for people just to understand. For starters, that it is freaking legit. Otherwise, it would not be on the Slyso TV podcast. So why Artisan Connector? So you've got all the reasons. And well, once you go, like I just took a few pages from the website so that you can acquaint yourself with what it is, how it works. And because at the end of the day, it's like, you getting me all of these jobs. What are you getting in return? Obviously, you starting it's a business, you solving a problem. For those people that we like on some like, okay, cool. What am I letting go of in terms of dough? Because Abantu have been getting ripped off so much that.
So to put it in its simplest and raw form,
which is what we need.
You are currently employed right now. You don't know what contract your boss has with an insurance company. He's just paying you 15,000 a month. All we're saying is we'll get you similar jobs, even more. And as a thank you, we'll take a piece of commission. It's as simple as that. There'll be tiers. Tier 1, where every artisan has got access to a job. Tier 2, which is silver, small businesses. And tier 1 is for free. You don't pay any subscription fee. You register for free. You stay there. You get jobs. You go work. You get paid. Tier 2 is called silver. Silver is with small businesses, and it's a subscription. So if you subscribe to tier 2, it means you are on the silver block. You've got access to businesses, which means you can get contractual work.
Also,
as
it
an
just goes
artisan.
beyond just by did that bistro day and I'm doing like for 30. So now you are being rated.
We are introducing you now to businesses that will want contractual work from you.
Crazy.
Tier 2, and then small businesses, and then tier 3, which is gold. That is on the big scale of big businesses. Now you will have access to tier 2 and the not so tier, but then you are alone in the gold, where you now have big contracts. You are dealing with big business,
Damn, this is crazy, bro.
but you are paying a subscription to have that access, because now it just doesn't come alone, because it comes with the whole back end, the way we are supporting you and giving you the accounting skills and letting you and giving you a satellite view of how your business is operating and where you are making money from and so forth.
Imagine
Plugins.
guys, like you starting from fixing this plug that is not working to growing there to fix it next door because you recommended, you are on this app and you do this entire blog, and one of the people who owns the houses on this blog owns a construction company and says, hey, I like how you're doing this, and you say you can only get through me or get me to do contractual work for you through this app.
Yes.
And so much that like now you can take more people on board. You become almost like I'm just trying to understand, and then like you become the guy who has to source other people that have the skill that you have, and you're like, all of us, we are here.
Yep.
Get us on this app. We can do that job of building that new block of flats over there. I'm blown the fuck away.
Nobody has to worry about sending invoices. Invoices are not being paid.
All of that is being...
Whoever is on the platform has got money to pay as the job is being accepted. If you cannot do that, then don't be on the app.
Wow. Guys, this is crazy, and this is what we are talking about. We said it is the middle of Christmas. I mean, like tomorrow is Reconciliation Day, whatever they call it. Is it Reconciliation Day? I don't know. Boxing Day.
I think so. No.
Yeah. But it's in the middle of December, and I was sharing this with Ulandiga Kolisa, Mawawa as well. And it's like, you know, the beauty about working for yourself is that you take a break when you want to.
Yep.
You know, and I think for people that are job seekers, you know, they want to take a break during this time. And I say, you know, and as I said, like when you go to Eslalini during this time, if you're a kid that wants to do accounting or become a chartered accountant or whatever, ukhona ubhuti okanye usisi omaziyo phaya you know, while other people are having fun. Moment how do I qualify? You know, how do I get to this end? Looking at this generation that is not looking to be employed, but is looking for answers to questions that they have. It's you don't take a break as an entrepreneur. You work you are looking for solutions. Can you imagine saying that on the 15th of December, before Ndieglam Kiti, I sat and watched the podcast, and I'm a qualified artisan and I've been looking for a job. And then I was introduced to Artisan Connector, and here am I now. So knowledge never sleeps. Knowledge is everywhere. Yeah. And I think that is me in part saying that I appreciate you coming on the podcast. And look, we've got so many sister companies, and I was saying to Uskwaba as well earlier on, in the manner, like, you know, as entrepreneurs, we look at our businesses as babies.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, I'm still growing my baby. And the proverb Yesindu says that it takes a village to raise a kid.
Yeah.
So it means in the manner, like, I've been in support of Campscapes, and Campscapes has been in support of me. So collaboration becomes very important when it comes to this thing, to do this. Because I see you now connecting with departments, connecting with multinationals, like to say in the manner, like, if you want it done right, come to us.
It's unfortunate we cannot do this thing by ourselves.
No, for sure.
We have to work as partners. And there is a way that we can work as partners for everybody to benefit. We just have to sit down and talk and see how, you know, we can make this thing work.
That is crazy, man. Like, if you have any last words, like where people can reach you and stuff. And there's always an issue, guys. I think you need to have that disclaimer.
Which one?
Where people are just like, "Angicela umsebenzi."
No, I did.
Like type of
I
thing.
mentioned earlier on, we are not employers of anyone.
You are self-employed.
Yeah, you are self-employed. We're empowering you and giving you a space where you can get more work, regular payments safely. You understand? And also for homeowners and for businesses where they can get nice, verified, qualified artisans who can come and do the job with the experience and so you can get us at www.artisanconnector.com. And there we have our link for our WhatsApp number where we can answer the questions that you have. We have 2 forms there where you can register as an artisan and you can register as a user, as a customer or business.
Oh yes, yeah, it's dual.
Yes, I am an artisan. I am a customer. Or I need an artisan.
That's crazy. Wow, man, Black. I have to say thank you so much. How long have we been on, guys? We're going on forever. We're gonna try and see if we are able to hook up with Unathi Binqose, because we started 30 minutes late. And just try to find out what's happening on the roads in the Eastern Cape specifically, because that's where our primary audience comes from. And also just to check around the country as well. How's that going? And there's also that crazy interview that we had with the Vappies. It's too big for me to load and have it on this episode, and we've been talking for quite some time. So what I'm going to do, as soon as we get off the podcast, the interview is ready. You're going to find it on our YouTube channel, okay? The Slyso TV podcast. That's where you can watch it exclusively. It is a non-scripted interview where I sit down with Ukoko over saying that like they're looking to cook for about 5,000 people. I think on the 23rd of December.
Okay.
Yeah. So we want to check out. So I went and had a sit with him. You know, I think like everywhere you go, there's like some level of inspiration. You know, a lot of families, they on some like, no, we are a family that hikes, you know, for us to bond. We are a family that cycles, you know, when we're born. We are a family that goes to movies like thingy. Bond is around the wife being a chef, and them just cooking the entire family. So that's where it's born off. It's unscripted, ladies and gents. It's crazy, and I think it will inspire a lot of people. It's almost like it's about 30 minutes long. I didn't edit anything because I think like it captures the rawness of family. It captures the fun. It captures the calling, because it speaks about like, hey, davuka, and then this thing, like, and I told my wife, I told my kid, and then my kid was like, Dada, are you sure 5,000? Dada, are you sure you're 5,000 people? So, but like, it's just one of those inspiring or inspirational stories. So what we will do, because we're short of time, I think we just want to start introducing you guys to exclusive interviews that we have with different people. So you can only watch it on the Slyso TV podcast. I just want to play this in closing.
Wait, before you play anything in closing, can I just leave our number for WhatsApp here, because you know, for whatever reason, sometimes people don't get the website right. So I would like to say, catch us on our WhatsApp. And the WhatsApp number is 064 814 2052. That's for Artisan Connector.
I was bad at math, so I'm not gonna repeat those
Yeah.
numbers.
That's it.
Yeah, I know this is 0, this is an 8 somewhere.
Yeah.
But Black, thank you so much, man. What are you doing
Appreciate
like
it.
for the remainder of the holidays?
What holidays?
Looking forward to the launch. When is it?
What
I know there's a time
holidays,
on
my
it, but I'm
man?
thinking-
Business people don't go on holiday when everybody goes on holiday.
Okay, cool. I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
So when they let them go on holiday, when the streets are empty, that's when we go on holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've always done this.
Siyasebenza,
We
you
need to
can
do some
see
more
right
of
now.
this. Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you for allowing us to be on this platform.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. In fact, by the way, I don't know when the launch is. I don't know what shape it's going to take. But I promise you that as the Slyso TV podcast, we're going to be there.
Yes, no, we're going to splash nicely.
Yeah. Thank you so
It's
much.
going to be a splash. Thank you, sir.
Guys, what happened? Like Santa Claus. I needed a drink like a long time ago, but guys, I think at this juncture as well, as you can see, like we just decided we're gonna go to a different secret location and shoot our last episode for the season. I mean, like for the year. And this is where we are, guys. And I think I want to say thank you. My team is already on holiday. That's why I'm alone. That's why I'm struggling a lot and I'm touching a whole lot of things. But I just want to say thank you, Toto, the queen of the podcast. Thank you so much. Feedback has been amazing. Looking at mental health here to Kubasi and all. Billy on the entrepreneurship. I know like I'm tapping into your space right now with these interviews with entrepreneurs, but I also just want to say thank you so much. Abu, you just came now and you've been phenomenal, your reviews and everything. And I think we also this year suffered the loss of the founding member of the Slyso TV podcast, from how inspirational he was. Sisa Nondomo, Zizi, may you continue to rest in power, my boy. And thank you so much for making sure that we get this off the ground. We are not inhibited, like we just continue doing what we are passionate about. We promise to keep it going. We're taking a break. And once again, for those people who are watching, remember we put on the promo that we're going to be cooking with the Vappies or having the interview with the Vappies. That as soon as I say I close this, I'm going to load that video of that interview on the Slyso TV podcast on YouTube. For now, I just want to say thank you so much. Even the interview with Unathi Binqose as well. We will post. Obviously, that one will be available on Facebook for everybody because we're talking safety there. But Slyso ngicela ubulela for being with us, Glonyaka. We are growing with both babies, both of these companies that were sitting here, me and mine being the third. For every little bit of support, we are quite appreciative of it. And I think at this point, as I said, I'm doing everything alone. I must press here, I must press there, and do all of these things and make sure that like we end off the episode very well. The Vappy interview in the next 5 minutes, it will be on our the YouTube channel, the Slyso TV podcast. Please do follow us, do subscribe, and do all of those fancy things. Be safe this festive season. We'll meet again in the new year. Have a beautiful one. Father Christmas! Santa Claus! I don't know. Guys, thank you so much. One love. Sugunyabule.